Hi. So New Year is around the corner, just 2 months more. Festive season is at its peak. So you already probably set goals like I want to get fit from the new year. I want to do something special from the new year. So many of you might join some services, might join some coaching programs. So I just want to give you an idea on how to pick a good one and what is a good coaching service and who is a good coach and who is not. I'm not saying you should join us. That's completely up to you. But I want to give you pointers. So the first thing to go by is content. Why? Because somebody who puts in the content actually does a lot of work. I know this myself. So we try to put 8, 10, maybe some days 15 content. So, and this takes a lot of work. This is like a lot of reading, a lot of books, a lot of research papers, a lot of interactions. So this takes a lot of work. So anybody who puts in that kind of work obviously knows what to do. And more importantly, anybody who puts in content every day, you can expect that person to be there with you all day or every single day, because that's the commitment it takes. The person is not hiding, the person is not going, he's like day in day out just towards you, is for you, is putting the content every single day. So that's like the number one thing I would suggest. So anybody who just put some useless shit, or somebody who promotes and just promotes themselves and put some nonsensical things, I can bet myself that they are like not good coaches. Second, go by their language. If somebody is speaking an extreme tone, say eat meat, meat is all bad, non-veg is all bad, eat a sattvic diet, plants are trying to kill you. This sort of bullshit you can expect from somebody who's inexperienced. You can never hear this from an experienced person, because they know what it takes, because they know human body is not it's not a machine to be formulaic about. Like what works for me might not even work for you, or even if it works for you, it might not work for somebody else. We are all different. So this difference you will understand once you work with people. It's not like I count some calories. Yeah, calorie counting works for some people, counting carbs work for some people, a peach style diet works for some people, but there are people who like doesn't respond on one kind of diet, who does absolutely fine on another one. So somebody needs to have that intelligence, a coach needs to have that intelligence to understand what is the requirement, what can be done by this person, because that is also very important, right? Just because just because I say do this perfect diet, I cannot expect you to follow it, right? You must be, is your financial status up to the point that you can afford meat every day? Is your family supportive enough to let you eat meat every day? So this kind of the balance between what is possible for you and the financial and the nutritional requirements needs to be balanced, and that is where somebody needs to be very very sensible. There are people who can get away with 150 grams of carbs. I mean, even diabetics, there are people who struggle even on 50 grams of carbs. So this is nothing formulaic. This difference can only be understood, appreciated by somebody with good knowledge and more than that experience. So anybody with an extreme tone, this way or that way, bad idea. And third thing I would say is, I would say the third most important thing is that the person has some sort of empathy, right? Because, or rather, he been there. That's very important. Like when I talk about fat loss, I can talk about it with full confidence because I have been there. I've been overweight. I've been like a fat shit. I've been a fat shit, so I understand what it means and what impact it makes on my body. I can understand what you're going inside your head, what kind of impact that has. You're being bullied, you're being shamed, you cannot fit into proper clothes, you're looking weird, you're looking like a frog, and you're like, that's a whole mess. I can understand that. Somebody else might not. The reason I don't talk much about longevity, I'm 29. How the hell am I supposed to know about longevity? Yeah, I know about it. Yes, I know what to do. I know, I read this, I read that. But anything I say about longevity, you shouldn't give a shit because I've not been there. And like, when I'm 50, when I'm 60, if I'm looking still fabulous, then you take my words on longevity. But it's important for the coach to have, or rather had the skin in the game at some point. If I am not good enough, then why should you listen to me? So that is like one important way to filter out the good one from the bad ones. So keep these three things in mind: the content, the extreme language, the extreme talks, and whether the person has done it themselves. So these three things are very important. Keep this in mind, and go ahead, just be with the coach, follow his advice, do what is right for you, and you will surely succeed. That this all these three things is what is important. And again, I'm stressing, I'm not saying you should enroll with us. Not a problem. You enroll with whoever you want. So that's not a problem. Yeah, and I want to give an additional point, like the fourth point, right? Or rather, the second point. Or rather, I want to expand on the first point about the content. So you might see people saying, I don't do AMA, don't expand on tweets much, don't put pics, meal pics, because this is like, oh, they are giving away too much information. One, that screams insecurity, right? Another thing, it's like, it's plain stupid, because lack of information is not a problem these days. You can Google search something. I want a low carb diet, or I want a peach style diet. I just go to ChatGPT. I want a low carb diet. I want this much calories. I want a peach style diet. Just plan it for me. ChatGPT is gonna get you a good one. So why? So lack of information was never the reason why somebody is unfit. I can tell you. 99% of the clients that are with us are not with us for the information. They think they are with us. They believe they are with us for the information, but it's not. Why they are with us is because, one, accountability. They want some sort of empathy from us. They want us to connect. You don't expect that from ChatGPT. Accountability. This is the most important thing, right? That's why people are with us, or with any other coach. That's why you need a coach. You don't need a machine, or otherwise a machine can do a pretty good job. So this is very important. Keep all this in mind, and go for it. 2024, 2025, you're gonna rock it. Go for it. Bye.